everyone, it's Linda McKenna from Golden Rule Senior Placement Services coming to you today with Tuesday Talks. Well, the subject that we picked is appropriate for the holiday, especially that it's Halloween coming up, and I did a little twist on it. There shouldn't be any tricks in selecting a senior living community. Let's discuss the 8 scenarios to avoid so you can be treated with dignity and respect as you should be. You know what? That's why I named my company The Golden Rule, and for that very reason. We treat our seniors the way we want to be treated ourselves. And I come with experience. As you can see on my website, there's a very detailed bio of what I have done in the past that led me up to today in being a placement specialist. I am a certified ALF administrator, and it is not only through the personal experience that I've come to create the Golden Rule, but also it's from all of my professional years that I gathered together to incorporate the perfect scenario so I can help you with your senior loved one. So to no further ado, when you are navigating buying a home, you get a specialized real estate agent that is in that area that knows it very well for school district, especially if you have children, the tax structure, what this county or what this town offers versus another. That agent you become very close to because they are really specializing your new home with the specifications that you want. The same thing when you go to car dealership after car dealership, not knowing really what you want. I want an SUV. I don't know what type I really want, but let me see what the features are versus, a Kia versus a Hyundai versus a Toyota. So you go to a specialized car dealership and the salesman, so they can tell you the features and the benefits. So when it comes time for placement for your senior loved one, why would you not use a senior living advisor, a senior advocate, a person that owns a placement company that is with you personally, like myself? Our services are free to you. Why would you not use our services? And it's for times like this, the tricks and how you should be treated is more prevalent now than ever. This is a time that you really want to work with somebody that has experience not only in the area, but has experience with senior living and is unbiased. When you go around on your own, that salesperson is going to sell their community. You want a comparison structure. You want a middle-of-the-road mediator to advise you appropriately. So not to negate that it's not overwhelming, that you don't need assistance, you know what you want. Well, I'm not negating all that. I just want to be there to help you and assist you along the way, because there's a lot of different caveats that needs to make this transition really appropriate for your mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, who that it may be, but we're going to do it together. So you have somebody to bounce it off of, a professional. Okay, here is 8 common mistakes that families avoid when searching for a senior living community. The first one is choosing a senior living community that is your liking versus your senior loved one. It appeals to you. Is it going to appeal to mom? Is it going to appeal to dad? Is that community something that they're familiar with already, or something that they might have trepidations on and it's not what they're wanting? Remember, this is a major speed bump that they're going over. This is a major change. So it's got to be to their liking. So they're going to buy into actually the community that we all select together. It's, younger folks maybe that are in their 40s and 50s that are navigating this with their mother, father, grandmother, grandfather are probably liking more the modern feel than a home like environment, or a Tuscany kind of environment, or a home setting that their grandmother or their mother would be more appreciative of. So it's not about your liking. It's got to be likable, of course, But we got to remember what their likes are prior to your likes. What you like might not be what they like. Choosing a community that's inappropriate for parents or your senior loved one's current needs. That's number two. Well, this really comes into play when somebody has much more care needs than you realize. Diabetes is a diagnosis that we take for granted now that maybe somebody is on a pill form now. We don't know what the future prevails as they exacerbate with their disease process, that maybe they're going to be on insulin. Why is that a situation? Well, if they're in a place that they're not going to that they are living at that is not able to assist them maybe with the insulin injections or monitoring, then quite honest with you, we really think ahead because now we gotta move again. So why would you want to do that? We want to make sure that the right license is in place, that they can provide the care not only now, but as they age in place. That it's really the touching upon the licensure. Also, what is your mother's current needs? She's got mild dementia now. Does it stagnate their disease process? No, it really declines. We all know that there's no cure right now for Alzheimer's and dementia, so we have to prepare for that for the future. She might not be an elopement risk now, but she might be in the very near future. So maybe a community that also has a safe area of secured area, or that they have memory care on premise. Let's plan for the future. So what we're saying here is choosing a community that is appropriate not only for now, for later days. Let's plan ahead and let's be proactive. Okay? Not being realistic about current or future needs. We touched upon that a little bit above, in the above. We have to be realistic. Maybe we have decreased mobility. Mom, dad just had a fall and has a fractured hip, and they had surgery. And they're doing fairly well with a walker after surgery, and they're ambulating, a little bit with the assistance of the walker. Let's be, very realistic. The decreased mobility will, of course, we're going to be using physical therapy. Of course, we're going to give them every benefit they can to maintain somewhat independence and mobility. But we also have to be realistic that they're not going to be able to walk to various areas in the senior living community, especially if it's a vast building. If it's 3 floors, that they're going to have to navigate, long distance. Think about it. At home, they know the landscape. When you go into a larger facility, the landscape is going to be much bigger because of all the amenities they have. So we want to be realistic to their needs. That also really touches upon what I spoke about before, the diabetes, cardiac disease, whatever that it may be that they have now, that it could exacerbate into a more serious situation. Couldn't say the word exacerbate. Okay. Number 4 is doing it alone. We touched upon that in my intro. Is doing it alone. This is a big step, not only for yourself, but also for your senior loved one. So doing it alone, it is exhausting. I just worked with a family that they were going from hither to thither to all these places, and everything was looking the same. And they're like, oh my God, I don't even know where we're going to be able to place mom, and we have a time constraint. I embrace that. Believe it or not, I wanted to know what the needs of this lovely lady is, and once I knew her 4 pillars of needs, that being financial, which she could afford, her medical restrictions, her medical history, also her socialization, her social behavior, and also her spirituality. Once we really bonded a specific profile to her specifically, we were able to go to specific communities. We went to, ironically, to one in the evening. We made special arrangements, and that's what I do. I accompany you on a tour. I make specific appointments, maybe over lunchtime. This way we get their undivided attention. But we are now guided by the executive director, administrator, sales director, meet the director of nursing. We get to meet everybody. By the time an hour into our tour, once we would do all that, you will definitely know if this is the right fit. And I honestly, I'm guiding you, but I'm also siloing the appropriate options for you based on your loved one's needs. And that really is the 4 pillars, but also licensure comes into play, very much so. Number 5, judging a book by its cover. I always say that the best read book is the one with the tattered cover. And that is your favorite. Back in the days, we used to cover our books. So that is not of true nature today. I'm not saying that something that is in ill repair is a better option than the ones that have the crystal chandeliers and the beautiful rugs that are adorning the community. What we're buying and what we're more interested in is the care that is rendered, not the aesthetics of the community, home, wherever that it may be. Care should be the first focused, and we should not be tainted or distracted by the beauty of it. So really don't judge a book by its cover. We really want to make sure that this is the appropriate surroundings for your loved one, but it's not about that chandelier, or it's not about that grand piano. It's about care and a safe, warm, loving environment for your loved one. Number 6, making a decision too quickly. Sometimes it's both ways. Too quickly is hastily, like this lovely family that I was recently working with. And you know what? They were working quickly because mom was going to be discharged from rehab. So we were time constrained, that they really had to work fast. Once that I was involved, again, I siloed everything. So yes, I could work quickly in emergent situations, but I am going to make this task less obvious because we are going to the appropriate places instead of actually going about like crazy and visiting everywhere. The actual adverse to that is moving or making a decision too slowly. Don't wait till it's imminent, because once it's imminent, really you have to work fast, and the transition on your loved one is even more erratic, and it's harder for them to transition. So let's be proactive and not reactive. So let's plan ahead. Again, being proactive. And from this lady, nothing's too quickly. I can really help you when there is a dire need for us to move fast. And don't forget, I'm there to negotiate terms and pricing as well. Not reading the fine print. There's contracts with every community or every ALF that you're going to move mom, dad, or your senior loved one in. And the fine print, sometimes you're reading through, it's no different when you purchase your home. There's 14 pages. But there is an overview, and there's an honesty to that. There is no hidden agendas. That's why I'm there to guide you, so I could, again, negotiate, work out terms with that senior living community, but explaining to you more in layman's talk rather than being presented with it the day of signing and going, oh my God, what did I do? So we're going to talk about that way beforehand. So there is no hidden agenda. There's no hidden small print that you need to look at and be really surprised with. Number 8, overplaying the importance of proximity. Big one. Okay. It shouldn't be convenient for you. I just had this with another lovely family as well. Oh, we want to be near our son. We don't want to move too far away. But there was restrictions because of budget. There was restrictions because of licensure. Guess what? If it is a safe environment for you, your senior loved one, you don't have to be so close because they're going to be secure. They're going to be safe. They're going to be taken care of. So what needs to be maybe across the street in your mind that you can visit every day won't have to be. When you visit, you're visiting for social, be with them socially. But you don't have to visit every day if you know they're being well taken care of 10 miles down the road. So again, proximity is not about you. It's really and truly about the care that facility is providing and gives you a peace of mind that they're being well taken care of, regardless if you're across the street or 10 miles away. So don't get fixated on that, I want to be close. 10 miles is no big different than 1 mile away if it's the right community and it's making the right decision and giving everybody a peace of mind. Well, that concludes our talk today. As always, I always ask you to go to my website. It is www.goldenruleseniorplacement.com. And there you will find a whole host of things besides my bio, besides testimonials, the various options, resources, these video talks, and so much more. Also, there is my email address. You'd like to get in touch with me or give me some ideas of what you would like to see on future episodes of Tuesday Talks. I'm here for you. Thank you again. And before I conclude, happy Halloween and trick or treat. Make it be all treats and no tricks. That's what we do here at the Golden Rule. And last but not least, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Make sure that you get your mammogram and make sure that seeing your loved one or any of your loved ones do that just the same. And in conclusion, have a blessed week or 2 weeks, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for viewing Tuesday Talks with Linda McKenna of Golden Rule Senior Placement Services. God bless you. Bye-bye.